was like, but, you know, because of your experiences that you've had, that you just spoke, I was like, you have to understand that, you know, for me, I was in constant fear. I was like, you know, I was in constant fear of the public. I was in constant fear of being disowned by this family. I know it was irrational at that time, but when you become, you know, when you are outside of the safety of your household and you are on a hourly basis berated with, you know, racial slurs and discriminatory slurs from one, you either get a really thick skin and start to hate everybody, or, you know, you either break down and, you know, something else happens, usually involving a gun or usually involving a rope. And whether it's directed at you or whether those are directed at everybody else at the school, you know, like, it doesn't end well. And the thing that I still go ahead and put up with even to this day, you know, even though I may be family, the thing that I really dislike is the fact that, you know, so many people think, oh, well, he's either weak. I was like, he can't go ahead and, like, handle himself, or he can't, you know, handle a good conversation, or he's going to go ahead and squeak out, or he's not going to, like, handle himself in a fight. You've seen me in a fight. I'm vicious. You know, it's like, I don't care. I was like, you know, I pretty much give it to the boys just as good, if not worse.
That's what he said.
And I'm not talking about the bedroom either, although they haven't had any complaints on that either.
Well, there's my girlfriend. I love her to death. I will beat the hell out of anyone that stands in my way to protect her. But even her family, who are diehard Christians, they believe in the whole forgive and forget thing. They don't believe in biracial relationships. And that has become one of the biggest hardships for me and my girlfriend. We have been through the whole, oh, he's not good enough. We have been through the whole, oh, he doesn't have a job. Got a job. Oh, he isn't going to school to better himself. Going to school to better myself. Oh, he doesn't have his own vehicle. My car's parked right outside. Like I said, I've dealt with a lot of stuff growing up. I've dealt with stuff even to date where I've had to deal with just retarded stuff. The one thing I loved about the military, yes, I'll admit, they're racist in the military. But you know two things that they'll do? One, they'll either change because they understand that's a load of bullshit. Or B, they'll knuckle under and leave you alone. I've met some people, I've met a lot of people in the military that they could be black, they could be Hispanic, they could be anything. They could be in gangs, barely know any kind of English, barely know how to learn, but they will get their GED, sign up to the military to get away from the situation they came from. These are the people I'm impressed with. This is to all the people out there, whether you're white, black, Hispanic, you can always better yourself. Like, you don't have to be slinging dope at the end of the street to make sure that you feel powerful. I was like, go and get an education.
Like, I am in the firm belief of the ones, you know, who want to better themselves, they will better themselves by any cost. And the ones who are quite content with, you know, the rough end of the fishbowl, you know what, stay there. That's one less person I need to deal with, you know, at the standalone over at the Gucci store now, isn't it? Now, I will go and say that, you know, in this PC time, more and more people are getting better with, you know, just sort of, you know, understanding. It's less about, you know, oppression. And I'm not talking about, you know, blacks and whites like he said. I'm talking about in general. Like, for the people who are legitimately interested in trying to make a connection with, like, an individual, regardless whether they agree with you or not, they at least make an attempt to understand the other person's point of view. They may not agree with it, but, you know, at least they will be respectful. And at the end of the day, isn't that what tolerance is all about? It's like, there was actually an incident a couple of years ago, back in 2002, where there was a Neo-Nazi camp who held a rally over in Charlotte. There were about 50 members, and it got huge, like, story press, and it was a big to-do. But what made it even bigger was that there were a bunch of people who actually found out about it, and they all, about 150 people dressed in clown costumes, showed up as a counter-protest. Like, could you imagine?
Hey,
and it was great. Every single time, like, whenever one of the guys would scream, "White power!" somebody would go ahead and grab, like, a bag of flour and throw it up in the air and be like, "White powder!"
Anyway, if you'd like to actually look at this article, we actually add a link so you can actually take a look at it. But it's funny, and we should, as a human race, we should be so proud of these people that are doing this.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and it was like another incident. Well, first off, I think, people, every day show that, the overall human race are open to the other person's, personal opinion and are open to discussion. As long as they are coming from a place of, they're not coming from a place of harm or hate, and I think as a general rule, isn't that the ultimate goal? It's like the ultimate goal is for us to try to sort of understand each other. The ones that you want to avoid are the ones that are like, I hate you, really, like, on a very shallow basis, either on the color of your skin or like the sex of your race, or who you happen to go ahead and, like, hang out with. It's like, that is what is really negative. You try to go and stay away from people like them, but I feel as though that if two people who have opposing views, tend to sit down and have a discussion as far as what your views are and what their views are, in a calm, mature manner, regardless whether they agree with each other or not after the discussion. The point is they at least try to make sense of what both their situations were. And that's beyond, just being, smart and compassionate. That's just being a human being. I believe that, with, basically heavy politicking, and I believe that, the more we evolve as a country, and quite frankly with the induction of the internet, with people, having more, access to, information, like, and, to the general public, I think it's sort of like, a separation. There are certain people that are going to embrace it, and then there are going to be certain people who are like, I don't like change. And that's just the way it is, unfortunately. For me, as far as I'm concerned, I'm like, if you don't want to change, and if you don't want to go ahead and get with the time, it's fine. Stay there. Stay behind. Again, that's one less person I gotta look at a Gucci store. So you have fun at Kmart. Sorry.
By the way, for all those people that are against gay marriage or anything that happen to be black or Jewish, yeah, it's nice to know that both our cultures come from slavery and are completely against oppression, and yet you feel like oppressing someone else. Thank you. I feel great about that.
How's it feel? How's it feel?
Does it hurt? Just a little bit?
Alright, so we've spent, like, all this time going discussing, like, really, like, heavy stuff. So, on a positive note, here's Kate Upton dancing the cat daddy in a bikini.
When it's cold, mama call it winter. Swisher full of niggas, daddy call it dinner. Baby got ass, Shelty call it thinners. UPS Jackson's get it with deliver.
So, and here's Max and his hot brother Valencian, like, and dancing in nothing but a Pharrell hat. That is all.
If it slightly disturbed you a little bit, I feel you. Me and you, we're right here.
That does it for this episode of KCTV. If you have any questions or concerns or any comments that you want to go ahead and make on this video, the links are all down below, as well as, we want to go ahead and discuss an open discussion, like, on this topic. Like, from a positive standpoint. No trolls, please, because, frankly, we don't care.
We'd really love to hear your opinion on this. This isn't just something that we just want to toss out there and be like, oh, we'll never answer. We'll seriously go through these and read them. So if you'd like to add a comment at all, just, like, click on the Twitter link below. Like, hit us up.
Absolutely.